Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace, and I just had an example of things that have always been one way, I'm 60 years old, at least for my lifetime, and they're changing it to where it's actually less, okay, squirrely go. Go on, squirrel. I don't want to hit that squirrel. But it's less customer service. I mean, when is that ever going to stop? I mean, already as it is, they have, those of us who don't even want to do it, there's some people who want to do it, and they have their reasons, check yourselves out. The grocery store, they replace the cashiers. How is this helping giving back to the society? I don't understand that. How anybody would think that would be the case. That they're, these big corporations, they give back to the community. Really? By taking away jobs and putting machines up? That sometimes cause a lot of problems. Okay, I had to delete a clip, but I don't really want to say what service it is. It was not anything about grocery stores that I called. But basically, you have to leave a message and wait for them to decide to call you back. If they do. I don't even know if they do. I mean, to me, that seems like that would be, that would be more difficult for them. Because how many people, they say leave a detailed message. How many people are going to do just that? And they're going to have to call them back at some time, right? The type of service that it is, that just doesn't make sense. Trust me on that. It just doesn't make sense why they would want to do something like that. Like if I can understand some people, like whatever service you go to, some people are right there in person, and if the person sees somebody answer the phone, it's like, hey, I'm here. But still, it's been like this forever. Never been a problem. Suddenly it's going to be a problem. Yeah, and you're a problem. Why were you on my tail when you got 2 lanes on the other side? What is that? God, arrogance of people. I'm going to tailgate you. This town, I'm serious. I'm on a roll now. This place, oh my goodness. But seriously, 3 lanes. This one turns right behind me and tailgates me. God, I am so sick of these. Like I say, life in Narcissismville. Of course, there's no place called Narcissismville. And it's not everybody, and it's not just here. It's, but this area, I've seen it more than any place ever. But again, it could be something that it's just like that everywhere. But no, I can tell the difference of going to outside of this area. I don't see it as much. This place actually had a reputation for it before I even knew the place existed. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm just so sick of people that it's not everybody, but just the amount of people who think they're going to tailgate you and you're going to mind them. What arrogance! What high sense of entitlement! What? Well, I could say some words that, But, today is just going to be a day. This is my theme for today. It's been my theme for my life for quite a long while. To see this kind of stuff. Because it is thick. Like I said, I can go to some other place. I've said this for years. For years now, I can go to some other outside of this whole area. And it's just like a world of difference. I mean, people are there's actually customer service. And I do go to other places. There is actually customer service. And they don't seem like you're a burden because you want to ask a question. I mean, asking a question. Oh my goodness. And you want to actually finish your question. Okay, you want to finish asking a question when you're going into some place to ask that question. It's unbelievable. I mean, seriously. And then they make an assumption of what they think that you're going to ask, and they interrupt you right in the middle of the sentence, a couple words. They're going to tell you something. You're not asking that. That is not what you're asking. So you know how much more time that takes up? Seriously, if they just shut their mouths, open their ears, seriously, shut your mouths. Stand in line and wait your turn. You were taught that. It means in speech too, in speaking to another person. Stand in line and wait your turn. I'm serious. I'm so sick of this. There are just certain places that I can go to also. They're the worst. Seriously, the worst. They're going to interrupt you mid-sentence, first sentence, asking a question. Whether it's on the phone, in person, doesn't matter. They know everything. Oh, God. So sickening. Okay, I'm going to sit here for a minute. But I'll tell you why I'm kind of frustrated with this stuff of so much being taken away as far as customer service. It's been taken away. I've seen this since I was young. These kinds of things have, but it's been increasing like the past, I don't know how many years. I'm 60. I've seen quite a bit of this. But one of them was I had a, what do they call it, telemed, appointment with my doctor at that time, no longer. I think she actually got fired. Not because of me. Okay? Not because of me. It was well after I stopped going there. And that's been 2 or 3 times I've seen stuff like that. And, but anyway, it was, I don't even know how long ago it was. Probably like 10 years ago. Maybe not even that long. I don't know. But I had never actually met her in person. They had changed, I'm telling you, revolving door jobs. No, actually, I'm wrong. It was after 2020 because the doctor and the nurse practitioner that was there quit during 2020. They'd had enough, I guess. I don't know what they both quit. And so they replaced them with her. It was the doctor and the nurse practitioner. And anyway, I had an appointment. It was 11 o'clock. I will not forget that one. Because after that place just went downhill. Seriously, downhill. They had an MA that answers the phone and does all that. And she's just extremely rude. I tried going back last year or earlier this year. She's just extremely rude. And I don't know. But, and they've changed doctors since her again. But anyway, and I had called and, I had made a telemed appointment. It was at 11 o'clock that day. And I have white coat syndrome as it is. A lot of people, apparently, I'm learning that a lot of people have it from these different healthcare providers, and they have anxiety going to a doctor. Well, let's question why. Is it because they quite often don't let you finish the first sentence? Or there's a bunch of mean girls, mean boys? I'm not saying everywhere. I'm saying I'm just unlucky. I don't believe in luck or bad luck or any of that. I don't believe in luck. But I would say I must be very unlucky. But anyway, like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. And anyway, so I called, so I had that appointment and nobody called. So, I don't remember exactly did I call or what, or was I supposed to call first and then they said they call you back? I don't remember. Or they called me and then they said the doctor would call you back. Whatever it was, they checked me in. However, I think it's that they called and, said, okay, the doctor will be calling you, within a certain time, by not a certain time, but this is your appointment. Your appointment is already set at 11 o'clock. It was already set, like days in advance or however long. And so I waited and waited. Nothing happened. So I called and I said, what's going on? I was supposed to, you told me she'd be calling me. She didn't call me. The doctor. Oh, well, she's a little bit behind with the customer. And it continued throughout the day. I didn't call every hour or anything, but it still continued. And they would laugh. This one, I could not stand her. They would laugh. She and I could hear the other one standing there laughing. Then I would call and say, hey, my appointment was hours ago, It was quite a bit. And, oh, well, she's real busy. She'll get to you. Your file is on her desk. Anyway, she finally called me. It was something like 5 or 6 o'clock. And I said, well, I had an appointment at 11, an appointment. And I think this was the first time I'd ever spoken to this doctor. And I said, I had an appointment, you know. And she says, well, I decided that I was going to deal with the patients who are here, actually physically here first. I said, I had an appointment. Well, they were here. And anyway, after that, okay, now you can see why it really irritates me when, you know, it's a hurry up and wait kind of situation. Because the nerve of somebody, and I actually went to the AMA's website and read, that's all I'm going to say, But some of the things that doctors, Anyway, I'm not a voice of authority on it, so I just go, yeah, things that make you go, And anyway, after that, I refused to return there. I found another one. And that one, I think she actually got fired. That one. And then I went to a different, what do you call them, associates? Whatever it's called, not associated with them at all. Okay. And it was a young, it doesn't matter what age. Well, it does kind of, in a way. Okay. Strike that. It doesn't matter about age. Okay. I'm not gonna say either way. But she was very cocky. She was PA. And she was very, physician assistant. She was just very cocky. And I think she got fired. Because she made decisions like, well, if you need more information about, like, mine was insulin, and you're gonna have to make an appointment. Okay, because you have to pay for it. Okay, she should have told me this information in the first place. It wasn't, and it was a kind of an emergency situation, and no, you have to wait till next week. And then I called back another day or whatever it was, and she was really bad. She really was. She was very, when I say that she was very cocky, yeah. Cause she said that I read online that I could tell you, I found this new app online, and I can tell you how long you'll live past now. And I said, I don't want to hear that. I'm feeling anxiety. I just wanted to get this appointment, this thing over. No. She went ahead and told me. I said, are you telling me just what I just told you not to tell me? Well, a good provider would do so. No, a good provider would know that no means no. Seriously, she was just bad. And I don't know how long it was. Like I said, I don't think it was a week later. I think it was some other time. I called back for some reason, and I said this was the PA I was seeing, and the woman that answered, not the same bad one, but it's a different practice. Practice, there's the word. She said, well, she's no longer working here. The way she said everything she said then and after, I got the pic that they fired her. They should have. She was really bad. She was, when somebody tells their doctor no, or tells anybody, no means no. And no matter what kind of situation, no means no. It doesn't mean, well, you go ahead and do it anyway. No, it means no. Period. Really. So anyway, back to this about, customer service. See, that's a lack of customer service. When when you say, tell somebody, I don't want to hear stuff like that. I don't want to talk about that right now. This is what I want to do. You're the one paying. You're the customer, the patient, whatever. It's still you're the consumer. You're the customer. You're the person who's paying for whatever it is. It shouldn't be some forcing it. I'm going to force you to listen to what I tell you. You are not that. You're not there. You will never be there. You will never be that person. Anyway, to think they're going to tell you how you're going to live your life practically. Anyway, she was super arrogant, seriously. It's starting to get dark over here. That's why I was looking. My voice sounded different, but I'm really, overall, I'm really disappointed. Seriously disappointed in what, I mean, that's a form of, customer service. All of this is so disappointing. And, I really think I've been thinking about this recently, that I need, I've said before that I make my videos for venting, because it helps me. I have anxiety and I have high blood pressure, and stress is really bad on me because I have a rare health condition that it makes it really bad to be stressed out because of my rare health condition. And I don't want to talk about that anymore, but I want to make just one channel that's just for that purpose, just to vent, seriously. Okay, and I've had channels, I have more than one. My first one was, my original one was started, August will be 10 years. Seriously, 10 years. And I've had some since then because I was using different channels for different purposes. It was like a little story, and the different storylines were divided up. And I just haven't had time to get back to it. But anyway, so I need just one channel that it's, to come up with some name for it, just to vent. I'm serious, because this world isn't going the way it should. I mean, not world, but Narcissismville, like I said, it doesn't exist. It's not one town, it's not one place, it's just, I called it one time Life in Narcissismville video, and then it just stuck in my head. Place, fiction. It's fictional, but like I said, this is what happens in Narcissismville. Just to play on it and all. But these things that I vent about, some things are good. And I would say that most of the stuff I experience is not bad. It's either good or indifferent. There's nothing to it. It's just normal day kind of thing, But those ones that stick out, that's what I'm going to vent about because of my rare health condition. It's healthy for me. It's healthier for me to vent, like I said. And I mean, like I say, like many people say, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Now, I actually did go by the place that you can't call anymore. You gotta leave a detailed message and they'll get back to you. And I went by, like I said, I'm trying not to say any of these places because it's not going to be just one place. I don't want to, I'm not here to out somebody or something like that or whatever. And it limits what I would say if I named the place and all that. But I went by and I spoke to the person and I asked about it and was told that, yeah, that they changed it like that. No explanation. But if you leave the message, then they'll call you back. And I said, but how long? Because I'm not one that walks around with my cell phone all day. She said within an hour. But I kind of, I was supposed to turn there, not here. But I want to see if they live up to that. Because like I was talking about that whole thing with the that doctor that had an appointment. I mean, come on. And you're going to make me wait all day until you get around to it? All right, people, let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go because y'all are going slow. This is how life works in Narcissismville. Probably texting. You wouldn't believe, dude, because I do this food delivery stuff for health insurance. You wouldn't believe how many people, like in this kind of turning lane, I have actually seen. They were sitting there texting, and there's like say I'm sitting right here and they're the person behind me and they're texting, and they have like 3 links, car links behind them between me and them because there's texting, and there are people hanging out on the road, trying to get into that lane, people out in the next lane over and everything. They're wreaking all kinds of havoc on just people trying to drive, trying to get home, trying to get to where they're going because they're sitting there texting. Their texting is more important than traffic. so they must believe. It's unbelievable how many. Adam has actually said things like, honk at him. And I have done that myself, because it's like, hey, do you see what you're holding everybody up because your need to text somebody? There's no emergency, okay, to text somebody. And we humans got along in life without cell phones for many decades. Not decades, I mean, millennial. Seriously, and they have to text that person right then in the middle of traffic. It goes beyond anything else. Okay, you know, I've been thinking while I've been talking about this lately, but when I first, in my life, you know, I'm 60 years old, soon to be 61. When I first experienced, you know, some customer service went down the hill. I mean, just really, I mean, not down the hill, but you know what I'm saying? It went downhill. Yeah, that was right. I just said it wrong. But it was, okay, I guess I'm going to have to turn this other way. I don't know what they're doing down there. But anyway, it was, when it went from gas places, went from full service to, you got to do it yourself. You know, there was no more full service gas. They used to do everything, like top off your liquids in your vehicle, you know. Didn't charge. Some places didn't charge. You know, they pay, you know, you didn't pay outrageous. You really didn't. Nobody really complained about the gas prices back then. And I was in Texas, you know. And my parents, they didn't. I mean, I remember, I'm telling you, I think that wow. Okay, that person drove up and just blaring music, man. I want to get a contract. I mean, well, not contract, but, you know, then to tell me that, oh, you got music that's... Anyway, I'm full of... It's just unbelievable what I see. Where was I, anyway? I cannot remember. It's just so much lately. What was I talking about? He just drove it to me, and the music was blaring. It's so funny because I see this so much. People, they can't just have their music blaring within their vehicle, but they have to have all the windows rolled down. All the windows, all of them. One of them actually had his back window. Somehow, I don't know how, I've never seen a car that had a back window that rolls down, but he had it. He had two big old speakers. It was a white guy, probably around age 40. And then I saw a white woman just the other day, and I'm white, and so I'm not picking on anybody. No, I don't pick on anybody. My master's degree is in sociology. But she was doing the same thing, had all of her windows rolled out. You gotta have everybody in the world hear your music or something. You know, there's somebody in this other lane, the lane ends, it always has. And I guess they thought I was gonna move over. I didn't even see them until I kind of looked over there. So like, what the crap? It was right at the end of it. Don't put yourself in the lane and then expect somebody to, you know, there was somebody on the other side of me too. You know, just, I don't know. I'm full of it today. I mean, full of disgust. To start the day off with, you know, I mean, I actually called this place yesterday. Not that one, but one of them. I said, I hope it's that they were at lunch or something. Nope. Customer service. Oh, the customer service of old. That's what I was talking about. It was when I was young, a child, full service. What was that? Must have been a road condition, that bump. My car picked up on it. My SUV. Why do I keep calling them cars? But anyway, I remember, you know, full service stations. I think people up north might still have. Every blue moon I'll hear somebody talking about the full service station. But here, Texas, that's not decades ago. And you know, there was that, and then what other things? But they were like decade, then another decade something happened. But recently it's all customers, you can order for us. You know, these corporate, you know, this is my view. some corporations, not all, they have gotten very arrogant. Very arrogant. Some are now just starting off that way, that the customer is going to work for one place. Actually, the woman wanted me to go. I had called and said, hey, they sold some bad meat. Some bad meat. It was bad. And she wanted me to come back to this, to get it out of my freezer and bring it and take it back to the store. I said, I'm not calling to get, I guess she was assuming something. Okay, but I let her know. I said, no, I'm calling to let you know that you have bad meat out there. It's expired. No, it wasn't expired. It was just real close to being expired, and it tasted bad. We got home. Because I'm the one who always checks the expiration date. Generally, I'm not a perfect being either, a human being. So I think maybe I didn't, or I don't really understand how sometimes meat works. When they make it, some say when they make it, some say sell by. I never get any that's past sell by. But how long would it last? I put things in the freezer. But anyway, it was bad. And I mean, at my age, as long as I've been cooking, but it was bad. And she wanted me to go through all these. I said, look, I do not work for you. She called herself, and she said, oh, well, yeah. I said, so what you need to do is go out there and get that meat and test it yourself, because she wanted me to bring it back to her. So this was just somebody in customer service or something, just somebody answering the phone. And she wanted me to bring it back to her so then they could send that to their lab. I said, why don't you go out to the out there and get some of it and send it to the lab? You want me to drive all the way that far to, it was a new place, that far? It was like, they make these assumptions. I like to say affirmations. They make these assumptions that you're going to be ready and willing to jump through hoops and all that for them. How arrogant. And yes, I said, look, I'm not looking for a refund. I'm just letting you know. And it's one of those no good deed goes unpunished kind of things, isn't it? To actually hear somebody think that you're going to do all this for them when she can get off her duff and go out there and get one. You take them off the shelf as it is. I went to a place the other day, and they had meat. It was sausages, because our refrigerator's out. We need something that we can, divide up, to cook so we don't eat out all the time. It's not good, healthy, but sausage. Anyway, not all sausage are bad, but anyway, I was looking at them, and they were some of them that were supposed to be, the color of regular sausage. I'm not talking about Italian sausage. I'm talking, or any of those brats, or any. I'm talking about the ones that are beef. Okay, that are, how would I say it? More of a reddish color, reddish. But no, they weren't. They were one of them, well, two of them. Different types even. They were yellow and green. One of them was yellow and green, the other one was more yellow and a little bit of red. They were expired big time, and that's not the first time I've seen that there. And then I looked at some other ones, and all of them were expired. They weren't green yet or yellow, but they were expired like a couple weeks ago or so. I mean, how long does sausage on the shelf? Oh my goodness. Anyway, I got a lot to complain about lately, and a lot of things going on that just aren't right, and the total lack of customer service and everything. It only worsens. I've been making videos like this, I said, for years about, here and there, because it doesn't change, it doesn't get better. And of course, if you complain, with these racist, sexist, ageist people, in my view, the ones who want to pick on white, middle-aged women, and call them Karen. Karen's not about that. Educate yourself. I'll talk to you in another video. Bye.